It's 7:46, September 21st, 2023. Hold on a second. I am picking up a deck of cards. I hope you're well. I don't really have any channel messages type stuff for you today. There has been nothing out of the ordinary. Let me look at you when I'm talking to you. There's been nothing out of the ordinary today. Sorry about the lighting. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. Kind of bored. I'm doing cleaning, did laundry. Energetically, when I tuned into stuff, there was a grid around the planet, and then like starlight being woven into other webs by things pretending to be spiders. I couldn't tell what they were. Sorry, because they're like really annoying me. A shadow of them is annoying me. The other thing that, because we're in a fractal kind of, the other thing was a landscaper that had two lawnmowers, not one, and he used both of them. It was weird. Like, why are you doing that twice? And it was pointless, like utterly pointless. Nothing was cut. It was like it just drove over the entire elderly home place. There was a car without a license plate in the parking lot, and there was someone walking around with green hair taking pictures of that car. There was a sheriff, like a highway patrol sheriff, that was walking around out there to like all the different buildings one by one looking for something. And then he went across the street and started looking over there. What else? There was a mother who had, it was kind of amusing. She was closing the car door. She parked the car. Well, this all happened within the same like 10-minute span, by the way. She was opening the car door after she parked, and she got one kid out, another kid, another kid, another kid, and then another kid. So 4 children and one single mother. And she looked pregnant. And somebody was driving past the parking lot, and they looked at her and they're like, oh my God. And they started laughing about something. The other thing that's been shown to me, kind of, that I don't really even want to look at, is pictures and videos of someone being raped, but they're being passed around as if it's someone doing it for money. So I don't know what the fuck that's about. There's also people that are pretending to be other people. Like, I saw this in a ballroom imagery where it was a bunch of people who had like fans, like where you fan yourself. And each spoke of the fan had a different mask. And they were being shown to me that they're all kind of dancing and rotating, but as they're doing it, they were decaying and turning old. And then the masks they were wearing, they would stand in front of me and show me the different masks with different personalities. And I was supposed to believe that each mask was a different person. And I was shown something else regarding a willow tree. And then there was something that's been in my mind for 4 days, and I haven't been wanting to talk about this because it just kind of, what I saw was kind of like, whoa. There was a man with long shoulder brown hair, like a man, penis, beard, chest hair, lumberjack build kind of thing, wearing a navy blue shirt with a really trimmed beard. And he was looking at something, and then the wind blew, and then the image like turned into a bunch of ticking clocks. And then I saw the person's eyes, and they started changing. You know how those AI images, they change the, like when it's an AI made video, it kind of looks like it's liquid water or liquid paint moving. You know, like it's in motion. The only thing that was the same was the iris of the eye. The rest of his eye kept changing into different versions of that person throughout different lifetimes. And in every lifetime, he made the same mistake of, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like there was someone whispering in his ear, and then something he had in his hand. And the more that thing whispered in his ear, the more he let go of the thing in his hand. And then when he let go of it and it fell and it broke, then he was like, with these weird, sad puppy dog eyes, it changed to all the past life images. It's as if he had to learn like to lose something to learn why it was there and why it hurts to lose it. It was weird. Um, what else? There were some elderly women who were practicing, like, I don't even want to call it dark arts. It was just evil magic. Um, then I saw someone that looked like they were primitive, primitive, like billions of years ago, like a first humanoid type of person. And their skin tone changed over and over. It was just very, um, it wasn't a certain skin tone. It was a silhouette of a person that changed skin tones. And that person like was stuck in the primitive era of evolution, but their clothes kept changing. And from the side, it looked like there was somebody with a really big drooping belly, unkempt hair, and like really oversized, like grotesquely oversized limbs, like caricature kind of, like not, insulting or anything, but like this was not normal. But then they were wearing a suit, they were wearing a doctor's outfit, they were in different time eras and everything else. But the way they looked was someone standing on the side like this, and from I was viewing them from the side, how they were clutching on to a like an axe type of object, and like a, not to be vulgar, but like an erection icon in the other hand, and then the axe in one hand. It was as if they were showing me some male archetype stuck in the primitive era of, I don't know, something. I haven't tried to look too deep into this stuff recently. I've just kind of been like, I'm dealing with other stuff, not bad stuff. I'm just kind of, how do I word it? I don't know. Cleaning up the apartment, organizing, redecorating, like getting rid of clothes I don't want, changing the way I've been eating food, like even things I'm eating. I'm just like, I don't even want to eat that anymore. And like it's happened already so many times that in the recent week, I'm just kind of like, whatever, whatever, you know? Um, there's weird stuff in the background. It's like rings in within rings that I'm seeing, and then in some rings of it, there's some weird court stuff and inheritances, and then a whole bunch of like soap opera stuff from the 80s. Like Dallas and Dynasty and um, Days of Our Lives type of stuff. There's another ring that I was shown that had a bunch of people that were just hateful people, and they were being told that it's their job to be hateful. But the thing telling them that it's their job to be hateful was just telling them that so it could feed off the hate energy. It was really messed up. Like I couldn't even look at it and be like, how do I even help that? And I was like, I can't. I can't. So what's the point? And then there's something else about 3 layers of reality on top of each other and how the sky color changes depending on which layer you're in or something. And then there was something else about dehumanization. Like people avidly dehumanizing other people and then justifying what they're doing against those people based on a dehumanized punching bag. I don't even know how to describe it. Like I've been processing this for a few days because it's been all across the world. It's like something entangled in everyone's grid that I was seeing. It's like a distortion of like, oh, it's their job to fight and to cause evolution and to, you know, cause chaos and pain and all this stuff. And it's like the layer right above that was when all of those people realized that they don't have to do that. And then what I felt from all of them was all of their remorse. And it was so sad. It was so fucking sad. All these people and how they're like hurting each other, thinking they're doing the right thing. And once they just go one more level up in consciousness, they'll realize that this is not the way. But whatever, they're digging their own graves. So the other things to do with like transgender, intersex, non-binary, homosexual, LGBTQ type of stuff that I've been hearing on the airways and the circle I was shown regarding those minorities and topics, but it was like it was being distorted with the same vitriol from the other layer of reality, the other ring, where people were doing harm to others, thinking they're doing good, like helping the soul evolve, but they're not. They're just making excuses to do evil things. So this whole LGBT thing, as some of you know, like I haven't been able to get my hormones or anything for a while. So I've been dealing with the body producing what it produces and the negative side effects for my like health that comes from it. So I've been learning to kind of balance that out energetically, physically, emotionally, chemically, genetically, karmically, etc. The whole testosterone versus estrogen thing. And then the way the body changes depending on the dominant hormone and how, according to some like stuff going around on the news, like they're trying to remove some option for surgeries or hormones or medicines, and now they're talking, or they were talking about how they like do these surgeries for babies when they're born with ambiguous genitalia. Remember I told you that's what happened to me, like when I told you 6 years ago, 5 years ago, when I was born and supposedly born 1980 in Iran. I was born with ambiguous uterus, genitalia, and I have ovaries. I have ovaries on the inside and male stuff on the outside. But I had a canal, and it was made to not function because it has to be binary, one or the other. So that's why I was even on estrogen to begin with, to balance the hormones, because when you don't have a vaginal opening but you have ovaries and you get your period, all that stuff goes nowhere, and then it gets reabsorbed by the body as more testosterone. And then the body has more testosterone than it can utilize, which causes health issues. So I think personally, it's really fucked up that that these situations have been occurring for people. I don't know. I hope the world figures out how to be human again, because I'm so tired of just all of it. And not even like tired, like like so sad, ooh. No, not like that. But tired, like there's nothing I can do. And not powerless, not victimized, but kind of recognizing it's not my job to fix other people's problems. And all these problems in the world stage and the problems people make up against other people and themselves. I can't fix it. I can't fix people hating me. I can't fix people hating you. I can't fix what the ex did. I can't fix any of it. But what I've been doing is taking care of me by myself every day, 24/7. Celibate, not because of, ooh, a cult or some shit, but because I don't want to be touched by people who betray me and lie to me and want to use me. Doesn't mean I'm a nun. It means you ain't getting none if you're going to be an asshole to me. And I think that's something you guys got to really establish within yourselves, who you share yourselves with, because it's really messed up. Um, and then I've been seeing a phrase over and over: no weapon formed against me shall prosper. It's very sad that people of this world, the souls in this game, this self made game they're playing to create a heaven on earth that's already here, like the absurdity of it all. Sorry, I just got like three different train tracks of thought going through my head. Give me a minute. You know what? It doesn't matter. Because it's really disheartening to attempt in any way to get people to recognize that the hatred they have within themselves for others is for aspects of themselves they refuse to admit belong to them. It's kind of like if I, as a Heyoka, or whatever you want to call it, channeled your shadow self, your energy of your shadow, but told you my life story while behaving like your shadow. And for 5 years, you hated that shadow, but you blamed me for it. It's kind of like that. And recently, Source and I, God, Yeshua, etc., we were talking, and I was like, there's nothing I can do to get you to love yourself more, or to stop telling me to love myself more, or to suffer for you so that you can grow, or to fight a battle with you that strengthens your spiritual muscles. There's nothing I can do that in God's eyes wouldn't be me enabling you or anyone to further behave in lower vibratory ways. So, with the stillness and the peace I've been experiencing, since the poison that was in my teeth was removed, and I got dentures, and I've learned to speak better and eat healthier, and I can actually chew food now without being in pain. I can get some sleep without grinding my teeth. I I can try to breathe and feel safe despite all the stuff that's going around. But what I can't do is share more of my pain with you, or to channel your energy for you, to assist you and to guide you and to teach you and show you wisdom so that you can learn and be better. There's nothing I can do. If those of you watching this channel cannot comprehend your own shadows that you have abandoned, the forgotten within you, I can't. I mean, I could, but it would be a waste of my life. Kind of like being forced to stand next to a washer and dryer that has a door that's loose, and you have to stand there to hold the door for 63 minutes. That was a fun time today. Pointless, right? So, what I can do, not as a anything, but as a person, what you can do, which is the same thing, is to remember humanity, to remember what God stands for, to remember what Christ consciousness, the fifth dimension and higher, represent, to remember nobility, chivalry, honor, valor, grace, to remember respect for other creations of God, to not overcomplicate things. You don't need 1,000 different genders. You have a penis or a vagina. The rest of anything is how you express it. Don't hurt anybody else. It doesn't need to be more complicated than that. But it becomes complicated when people want validation for who they are because they didn't get it as a child. How many of you have accused me of that? It's really time that each individual on the planet, which is an energy beacon, a receptor and a satellite, etc., snap out of the delusion placed upon you and your consciousness way back in the primitive ages, to where you guys thought beating each other with sticks or dicks or candlesticks is going to do anything to evolve your souls. It is the utmost lack of intelligence to think so, considering the source, the Most High, God the Father, God the Mother, the Holy Spirit, are omni, benefic, everything. The source does not create you to kill you. The source does not create you and then traumatize you into being who you are. That's not love. It's really time to open your eyes, everybody. Like, snap out of it. Violence wasn't the answer thousands of years ago. Greed and a lust for power wasn't the answer in Atlantis. The desecration of innocence wasn't the answer in Lemuria. The Game of Thrones wasn't the answer in Egypt or otherwise. And the empty promises of supposed higher life forms mean nothing when each individual person on earth cannot function as a true expression of who they are without harming other people. It's gotten embarrassing to be involved in all this with all of you, to be reading for you guys and to hear these stories, to be forced, to be attacked, to be damaged, to be misjudged, misperceived, labeled, attacked, etc., stolen from, plagiarized, copied, shit talked. And you guys do that to each other, not just me. It's so many lies and so many manipulations that's interwoven in everything you guys do day to day. From the way you guys eat, how you earn your money, how you guys wash your body, and the thoughts you have as you move the soap across your skin. From the thoughts you have when you kiss your partners, when you're looking at your children, when you're sitting in your car going to work or coming home. And then for people like me who are, you know, espers, as the MICs call it, people with all the clairs and other things, and telepathy and all that. When I sense that stuff in you guys, it's heartbreaking. Especially when I come to you to try to help you. And then you guys think I'm the problem that caused your problems. It's like a slap to the face to someone who's already been hurt and in their pain, they're coming to help you. And then to be told, when people tell you, humble yourself, trust the process. You don't know what I've been through. Don't tell me to humble myself. I'm not the one casting black magic on people that don't even share a dinner table with. I'm not the one cursing God's children, with shadow aspects of the self. I'm not the one making money off of other people's life stories. I was shown another thing today, and this is the last thing I'm going to talk to you about before I probably come back and play with cards for you. I don't know yet. I was shown someone who was being raped, and then the person turned them around and said, "Now thank me. Get on your knees and thank me." And I stood there watching this. I'm like, and then the scene changed from that story to a person being in between a group of people, like a mob of people, and they were all pissing and shitting on this person. And then every time the person got back up, they brought other people to FUCK them and push them back down. And then every time the person got back up, they were like, humble yourself, stay down. And I was just like, this is unbelievable. What the fuck is this? Oh, the other thing. I was in a video game in Final Fantasy. I was playing it, and a few people said some really weird things about how I personally look like the version of me that's dreaming this dream in the other place. Whatever. It was weird. Like the fourth wall or whatever it is, the fifth wall between like different layers of reality. People have been breaking it back and forth. I'm like, what do you mean the same look? What are you talking about? Like, you guys think I know all this stuff, but I really don't know shit about shit. I don't know anything about none of this bloodline stuff. I don't know anything about these extra beings or energies or spiritual warfare. Not in this layer of reality. I don't know who you guys know in the other layer, but here, this is my life. Like, I don't even leave this apartment because there's people who don't have the best intentions for me every time I leave the house because of the way my body is shaped. Anyway, I have chicken to cook. Chicken is good. What else was I supposed to tell you? Oh, right, the cards. How long? 30 minutes. Okay. Let's see what you guys need to know. And then I'm gonna go. A sad king of cups, extending an offer, but through a knight of swords. To whom? A high priestess. A blocked off high priestess. Okay, so there's one of you or some of you who are in the king of cups energy who are missing someone, or in a five of cups energy of whatever that means to you. You want a six of cups with someone from your past, and you're sending a message to that person. Why do I need to? Oh, they're your match. I just heard that same thing again from the show Ever After. Henry, she's your match. What does status matter? Who is this thing of sending that might have forced to? Someone he struggled before, someone he wants to create balance with now, someone he knows. Someone he knows. The King of Cups energy has been enlightened to something in the recent 8 months, 8 weeks, 8 years, 8 days, regarding his intuition, what he's been playing with, the balls he's been juggling, and what balls are in his court. There have been 8 different opportunities for the King of Cups to do what he wants to do, and there's now no more thinking about it and actually doing something about it. He's tying himself free. Some enlightenment was gained during that situation, and it's as if he's taking himself off the high ground to help the people down there. See, this isn't about a shock in your finances. This isn't about any of that stuff. This is about somebody seeing people suffering down there, and they're throwing themselves out from their high and mighty tower to go help the poor and needy. I'm not reading it low vibrationally. If you guys wanted read low vibrationally, there's other YouTube channels who do a lovely job at that. They can decipher that energy way better for you than I can. The Knight of Cups. So the King of Cups, feeling real sad, wants to accept this offer because he's now being given an opportunity from the divine to bring a message to a high priestess. Sideways juggling. What is this high priestess sideways juggling? Juggling a way to move away from whatever wherever she is, or he. Trying to rub two pennies together to make a genie come out to go somewhere else. So King of Cups, instead of bringing the message with a knight in shining armor of truth, he's bringing it with truth and emotional things and sympathy because he's been enlightened to something that he had done, partaken in, or was involved in, or was the victim of, or all of the above. There's a lot of swords. Yeah, there's a lot of swords. Yikes! Oh my goodness. Temperance and the Empress. Okay, okay. So, what advice does this King of Cups want, need, look for? What is this? Two of Cups, Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups. I'm gonna be like a little tiny schoolgirl for you. King of Cups and Queen of Wands sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. They're in love, or they would be. I guess he's intimidated of her because she has a cup and two wands. He's got a wand and two cups. So the intimidation he feels for her is stupidly pointless because when they come together, they kind of balance each other out. It's so weird. There was so much work done to be split from each other. Eight of Cups, yeah, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. And then once they're split, they're like, nope, don't like it. Nine of Wands, Emperor, Temperance. And then they want that. The Empress, the Star, Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So if you're not a King of Cups or you don't know a King of Cups, then there's an energy within you, within your masculine side that is sad. Your inner masculine child self. Your inner little boy, whether you're a penis bearer or a vagina, your inner kid that's about adult needs your attention, needs your love because they're going through something and they need you to stand up for them. Now, this is only if it's internal. There's something you know you should be doing that doesn't involve anyone else. It's not something you create. It's not something you write. It's not something you cook or clean or do. It's something you know in your heart that you're not. You're not doing. It's like procrastination, juggling, coming up with something to ignore that one. But if you stop ignoring it, you'll realize you have two pentacles and you can get in that boat and leave because someone else is waiting for you. Another way this can be read is that your inner high priestess isn't letting your inner male child self grow up into who they are. Another way could be your inner male child self is running away from being the high priestess as an adult. Now, you might be afraid of magic or some kind of stuff like that. Another way this can be read, the energy that I'm sensing, is that there's someone in your environment that really, really intimidates you. And you don't really know how to communicate with them for anything. So you're just kind of wanting to leave it behind. But leaving it behind causes a sense of betrayal within yourself. So it's like you know you got to do something and you got to be a little brave to do it. But there's some emotional thing that's keeping you from being brave. And you know what that thing is. And once you can acknowledge it and cut yourself free from keeping your future or your past as a justification to screw up your present, you can move forward and address those 5 swords you're taking with you on that 6 of swords. Or you can leave them behind and pick up the cup instead. But that involves this, which has this energy with it. Resistance to beauty, intuition, femininity, comfort, peace, only. The hermit, the artist, justice, and the devil. This is a whole other thing. There's some of you in the deep dark spaces of the night who are thinking that you are just, but you are sitting on a throne of death. And the scales of balance are not balanced, and the scales of justice, are not balanced, and the wise owl is not wise, its eyes are actually really black. It's a false entity presenting itself to be justice, while some people in the dark are painting images and things of devilish figures, where there are only angels. It almost looks like justice is coming in to get rid of that entity. It's causing people to view someone else as the devil when they're actually sent by the divine to light the way. There's the Star of Solomon, the Star of David, the Merkaba, the star, but painted as the devil. There she is on the floor. No man in sight, only the devil. While the man is off in the corner painting a false view of the star on the floor. Because he can't see her, he only sees the devil. Another way this can be read is that it's been whatever has been done in the dark has been seen, and it's being brought to justice. Light's being shown on. There's something else in here. Hold on. It's the same message that's eluded me 3 times now. It shows up and then it goes away like a puff of smoke. So someone sees the devil and how they're controlling that person, and there's someone else sending messages for assistance. There's something so convoluted. The more I'm trying to read this energy, the more I really don't want to. So we're going to move on from that. Just think whatever this means to you, okay? Because I don't want to read the lower vibrations of these. And the higher vibrations, the baseline, normal, right now vibrations. There's something within that you're being guided to go and acknowledge. It has to do with wisdom and a sense of justice and what you've let go and what you've pretended to let go of. There's also a sense of the image you're painting or being painted of you, or your painting of others, and how it's influenced by devilish energy and not the actual thing that's there. Which reminded me of Mommy Fortuna and the false horn on the real unicorn. Oh, there is a dude back here. He's just sitting there tired. It's like he just got done destroying that woman. And he's like, what have I done? That almost looks like that willow tree I told you I was seeing. This seems like an energy of dealing with your inner masculine and feminine aspects. But then there's also a three-dimensional way of somebody wanting to talk to somebody else. And then there's also another energy of a bunch of people doing a lot of shady shit. It's like layers and layers and layers of reality that I'm like sensing and reading, and it's all like this. Okay, what advice for them? Regardless of what vibratory scale they're on, what advice so that they can improve and choose a better path of self-love and love of others? Is this the legacy you want to leave behind? Of having your fingerprints on those swords? I've never noticed this little specter. Look at it. It has all those swords on its head. The same swords that was right there in the person's back. Some of you are dealing with a lot of psychic attack stuff, and it's not even being returned to sender. Wow. You guys are heavy with it. It's hilarious. What advice do they need? Sky Daddy is angry. That's all I'm going to say. Because I asked what your advice is, and you got the Emperor, Judgment, Three of Swords, King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Chariot, Nine of Wands, the Hierophant, Six of Wands. Okay. Repent thy sins. Guys, take care of each other, please. Take care of each other. Go listen to Jewel. Only kindness matters. Nothing is worth the light of your soul being tarnished by behavior that your ancestors and descendants will be humiliated for having in their Akash. You don't have to respect me or others like me, but respect your descendant. Give them a better karmic wheel to play with than what you've been giving them. And stop taking it from other people. And if you want to heal your masculine side, I suggest you stop trying to kill it. If you want to heal your feminine side, I suggest you stop trying to it. Um, Take care of your home, take care of your space, take care of your words, take care of your actions, take care of your intent. What else? That's it. Have a lovely day. I will be back tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Um, I guess if I can do Scorpio, I might just do one later tonight. I've been getting in the mood to do readings in like weird hours. I don't know. Um, if I do another one, it'll be Scorpio and the axis of Scorpio. I think it's Taurus. By the way, the entire zodiac wheel is ass backwards. So that's another thing I was being shown. The entire zodiac wheel being turned upside down and all the pieces moving around like the danger room. Weird. I'm gonna move again. The chair is gonna make a noise. Weirdos. Henry is doing great. Still in his little cute patootie spots. I love you guys. I adore you. I don't care how many times you've betrayed or continue to betray. I simply refuse to believe this is who you guys are. It's not a part of my reality. No matter how many ways you guys project yourselves onto me or others like me. God loves you. God made you. I'm not going to be the one to hate you or to fight you. God's job, not mine. So take care of yourselves. And wow, I just saw a man in a white robe with really thick brown hair. We can assume who that is. And he was standing right there, and those were his like shoulders, and not that light was his heart. And he was looking right like through me at you, and he was like this to you guys to hug you instead of like this to fight you. So I don't know what you guys are doing. I really don't care. I'm gonna go watch Netflix, make some chicken. If you need me, I will be. You know how to email me. If you're going to send anything, please don't send it to Zelle. I do not have a Zelle account. I only have Venmo and PayPal and an email address. Please unsubscribe. Do not click the like button. This is not a channel where I'm disciplined and I give you, content the way you expect it. This is my literal living room. This is my literal outfit at 8:40 p.m. I do not have anything on my face. I didn't even put makeup or lotions or nothing on, so I'm not your butterface anymore. And yeah, I guess you can call me Billy because I'm like not allowed to change my name or do anything of that sort anymore. So it's all in God's hands. And my name on my driver's license is William. So have fun with that. What else? Mm, Oh, somebody just asked, so what are your pronouns now? A hobbit? I don't fucking know. I don't care. It'll probably be different tomorrow anyway. Not because of anything I'll do, but just God's fun time. So, whatever. I'm gonna go. I think I've given you guys enough meme content and weirdness. I can't wait till you guys drop this stupid act of being karmics and ops and people who desecrate the sanctity of life. I really hope you guys can wake up. I've seen this world through Kali Yuga ahead of its time. And let me tell you, not all of you are in the other places I've seen, regardless of you thinking that you know everything about me. You don't know anything about me. Not in this realm, not in the other one, not in the one above that. Only God knows. And when I tell you that not a lot of you are in the other places, in the other earths, despite a lot of your variants being there, everything, everywhere, all at once, it's because something happened. It's like the timeline in the tapestry got washed clean of stubborn stains. And Tide detergent washed it all clean. So please be careful with what you guys are doing to yourselves, to others, to your neighborhoods, etc. Take care of yourselves and honor the temple that houses the Spirit of God, which is your physical body. Doesn't mean live like a nun, but it means be aware of the energy currents going through you. You want more than just whatever it is you feel. You want to give it variance, like with color shifting lights. You don't want to keep them in one color all the time. And please, for the love of all you hold dear, do some shadow work. Look at your ugly. Look at yourself, the man, the woman in the mirror, whatever you want to call yourself. Look at the ugliness that you're running from. I do it every day. There isn't a day where I'm told I'm beautiful. There isn't a day that goes by where I'm held or cuddled or kissed on the forehead or given a meal or $1. There isn't a day where someone goes for a walk with me. There isn't a day where I get a phone call with someone asking me how I'm doing. My entire life has been staged manipulation. So I'm telling you, go love your ugly side and stop telling people like me to do so. I'm very well aware of what I look like. And I don't sit here thinking I'm the these, you know? Like, you don't know what I feel. You don't know how deep I grieve. You don't know what I see in the mirror when I look. You don't know the damage I've endured in the recent decade, let alone the recent 30 years that I haven't been allowed to heal. You don't know that I haven't been eating for 6, 7 months because I didn't have teeth up until 60 days ago. And since then, I've been exhausted and tired. And not of life, of just having to live off of the most manipulated, forced poverty, blatant in existence. It's exhausting. I don't even get to go eat junk food because I'm not allowed. And they're like, oh, you're a sovereign, you're master of your life. Oh, yeah, okay, sure, sure. Now I'm gonna go. Um, Take care of yourself and enjoy laughing at my expense and enjoy your shadows and your light. Take care of each other and Try to do something each day that proves to the Most High that your soul is worth replicating instead of cleansing. Because so far in this lifetime, what I've experienced, I'd rather go deep dive into the abyss than keep playing this game. Have a nice day.